Little Timmy, is it true? Did they remove shotguns from Phantom Forces? Did they make the game great again? And the little idiot looked at me and went, awesome. Thanks, Tim. I go, all right, next question, buddy. Did they remove the BFG in the M107? And all the idiot did was smile at me. Like, he woke me up for nothing. The game sucks. No, I'm kind of joking. So I obviously haven't played or uploaded much at all, as most of you know. I haven't really cared to play. Until recently, I decided, you know what, why not? Let's just give it another try. There's been some pretty positive things that have happened to Roblox and Phantom Forces, which by pretty positive things, I mean like one singular thing. And that's the removal of cheaters. Bifron, or whatever you guys call it, I think it's Bifron, was the single best thing to ever happen to Roblox. Not even just for like little people on their high school roleplay games. For shooter games especially, by far the best thing. And I'm extremely grateful for it, because it actually makes things somewhat fun. Phantom Forces, on the other hand, I still have a million complaints about. But we'll get to those. There's not a Godstatus video with at least one complaint in it. Maybe even a rant video sometime soon, because there's some things I got to get off my chest. The game is different than what I remember. Not in a bad way, per se. But, like, guns have recoil now. Oh, Godstatus? Haven't they always? No, they haven't. Do you guys remember what the G36 used to be like? If you don't, let me tell you. Sit down, let me learn you something real quick. That gun was beautiful. It was fantastic. It was slightly overpowered at times, but it was beautiful. Yeah, anyone could use the G36 and have a blast. They made the gun less damage. They made the gun more recoil. Fine, not a big deal. But I feel like every gun I've touched recently is a lot more recoil. And maybe I just don't know the setups, and that's okay. I'll learn. I don't want to, but I'll adjust. Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably just keep complaining. But you know, a lot of the guns that I try to use now all have like quite a bit more recoil than what I remember. It's almost sort of a welcome change for me, because it was kind of awful where like anyone could pick up like the most accurate gun in the game and just start beaming. But at the same point, I do miss it. I do love me an accurate gun that you could just sit back, not really think about, and do good with. But another thing is, I've seen BFGs so much. Like the game I was just in on Desert Storm, I wish I was remotely joking. There was 7 BFGs, 1 SFG, 2 M107s. And that's just like a normal everyday lobby. That wasn't something special. I didn't go out of my way to go to like the BFG only event. That is just dudes playing the game, and they all need to be banned, personally. I mean, if I was in charge, I'd be making some changes. Yeah, so that's kind of where the game is right now. Actually enjoyable because there's no cheaters. Weird because I'm not used to all the recoil changes. That one's definitely going to take some time. My team's also getting like laughingly stomped out right now, which is kind of disappointing. Another thing is, it's been kind of humbling. I'm not that great at the game anymore, which, like, surprise, surprise. You don't play a game for a while and you just don't do as good. Who would have thunk? Me, actually. I would not have thunk. But unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at, which in itself is, you know, I'll make jokes about it and it's kind of funny, but it's kind of nice having to sort of pay attention and like actually try to do half decent. Not like try, but like I have to sort of care about what I'm doing, right? I can't just half AFK, play the game, drop 150 kills every time. It's not that easy anymore. Mostly because I just haven't played in a while. Give me like a month of playing and I think I'll be back to where I sort of want to be. I don't think it'll take me too long to get used to the game again. But it's welcomed, man. It is nice to feel like there's some sort of effort that I have to put into the game again. It hasn't felt that way in a really long time. And I think one of the biggest things is having everything feel so foreign to me is such a nice thing, man. One of the biggest issues with me with PF was that there was nothing new to the game for me. There was no challenges for me anymore. And there was nothing that really kept me playing. And I'm not saying that any of that's going to change. I am saying that at this very moment, kind of want to play the game, not much. Right? I don't want to sit down and play the game for 8 hours in a day by any means, but casually getting on and playing the past like 2-3 days has been somewhat enjoyable. And I haven't been able to say that about Phantom Forces in a long time. I've been able just to open the game and have fun. And the removal of cheaters in itself is probably the biggest thing about that. Second biggest thing, and here's me stroking my own ego a little bit, the fact that nobody really recognizes me anymore might be the nicest thing that have ever happened. Falling off, underrated, man. Oh my God. I can actually play without getting spammed. What used to happen is I would join a game, 17 people would recognize me. Oh, there we go. There's one in the chat, literally as I'm speaking about it. But 17 different people would recognize me. 5 of them would take out shotguns and BFGs to annoy me. 1 of them would spawn on me every single chance he got and beg me to use his gun. The other 2 or 3 would probably sit there and be like, oh, look at my skin. And it's like, dude, I just want to play the game. It's been nice, dude. It's been a breath of fresh air to play this game sort of in a way that I used to. I don't enjoy nades. Now, that guy dropped a nade like on my toes, so I don't complain about that. But the new nades are stupid. I'll be the first to say that. Some of these nades are killing me at like 20 plus studs from 100 HP. I don't sign off on that. In fact, I have a lot of complaints. There's definitely been like a skill jump on this game, or a skill jump from me. I just suck now. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that all out. But I think I might start playing again, boys. Not in a super serious sense. I don't really care about how good I am. Of course, I always try to do good. I have a competitive attitude when I play games. I, of course, will always try to do good, but it's not like I'm going to be here practicing or really caring about how good I'm doing. I think I can finally play the game casually. And I haven't been able to do that since like starting the game, and it's nice, man. I do miss YouTube, absolutely. You know, when you make something such a large part of your everyday life for such a long time, I mean, God, I was uploading, you know, daily for months on end. By no means great content, but it was there. When you make something such a big part of your life for so long and then you stop, it's almost a relief, but at the same time, you don't really know what to do with yourself. I've been relaxing, and I think I've probably made update videos, or I truly don't even remember. I'll have to make another one just sort of talking, but I think it's time for me to start doing it again. I really miss streaming, and I think that's a big part. For those of you who have, you know, watched my streams and stuff for the years, streams were always sort of my bread and butter. That's always what I enjoyed the most. Like, video making was cool. It helped grow the channel. It is still kind of fun, but streaming really is the sort of passion that I have. I think that was always the most enjoyable part to me. And streams for me always got such good reception. I mean, I used to be able to throw up a stream at midnight and pull 150, 200 viewers. It was great. I threw up a stream the other day on like, I don't know, I think it was a weekend or like a weekday at like normal people hours, and I got like 50 viewers. Talk about humbling. It's cool. It is a start. We got to work our way back up, and that's fine. Despite the amount of times I may have said this in the past, because the times I've said this in the past were more just me missing YouTube. I still wasn't really enjoying the game. Nowadays, and does that mean it's only going to be PF? Probably not. I've been playing a ton of Apex Legends recently. Really enjoying that, playing with some friends. Actually trying to improve on that game a little bit, but I work a little too much still to like fully dedicate a lot of time to it, but that'll come eventually. I think it's time we start uploading again. I think it's time that we actually get to reap the benefits of Bifront and enjoy the game for once. Not be bothered. I hope that, you know, for my sake, I hope that, of course, the channel bounces back quickly. It won't, but that's okay. I also hope that I sort of stay somewhat anonymous in the way that I have, where people don't really bother me, because that's nice. For those of you who have never experienced it, you'll never truly understand what we talk about when we say like, oh, we just want to relax and not play. It's a lot. I don't mind people talking to me in game, but the annoying stuff does definitely get to you eventually. So we'll see where that goes. I thought that was a BFG. That would have been a rage quit. They've got 4 more kills, so I'm going to chill for a second. But that's probably the wraps of it. I don't really know what else to say. This is like my 5th time trying to record this, and it hasn't gone all that well. I definitely struggle with recording nowadays, but it'll come eventually. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys as always. Have a good one.